I just observed the light at those particular times of day. I mean, I started with the sunrise one, so for my day job, I have to get up really early. So I see the sunrise all the time. So I just sort of noticed the pacing of light 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, and the music is written so that hopefully it traces the path of light at that particular time of day. And of course, there's all sorts of natural phenomena that are going on around us when we're sitting outside for a period of time, or anywhere. But so the piece is designed to sort of draw you in so that you're observing those phenomena, and the field recordings help you to sort of almost in a primal way, like you become. I hope the intention anyway is that you're more alert to other natural sounds that are going on, and the natural sounds also are sort of a counterpoint to the music in their own way. The In a Shifting Landscape piece, I wrote out all the parts, and then I recorded them doing it all. I mean, it's totally out of sync, and then I cut some of it up, and some of it created string sounds that aren't really actually possible with only two players going on. And then I put it amongst all the electronics, which I had in mind when I was writing the strings. And then, so I had like this recording. Then I made a score that is, actually playable in real life. And so then it has all the cues of the electronics, and there's some sort of, I don't know what to call them, graphic score moments, I guess, that just show them there. And there's also some written instructions and a little bit of improvisation involved in the third movement. So yeah, and then there's just for the live performance, the electronics are the same. I just sort of delete the strings, and then have that track, and they just play along with it. I feel like it must be a really different experience being in Seattle, being a composer, than living in any number of cities on the East Coast, where it's so easy for you guys to get to one another's concerts, or even if it's a little bit of a haul, like 2 hours is doable, I guess, if you really want to hear something. And there's so many ensembles and people, but here there's San Francisco is like 700 miles away, and LA is much further, and yeah, I think it must be a different experience. Certainly influences the way I work. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot more room to breathe than my contemporaries on the East Coast. Like, I can really do whatever I want out here, and I don't hang out with very many composers very often, because there are a lot of composers here, but it's like a big enough city that we don't hang out with each other all the time, but it's also not super dense, but then also, like, I think a lot of people are out here for the same reason, which is that we can kind of do our own thing but still be in the city context. I think with the time-specific pieces, the iPod-related ones specifically, and site-specific pieces like the Hungry Ghost piece, I hope that they are able to experience their everyday moments in a different way than they normally would, through a different lens or whatever, and also that the music makes the moment seem more immediate, that they're more aware of what's going on all around them, because so many, everyday life sort of moments are so much more meaningful or memorable in the long term.
Oh wait, I'm kind of curious.